Hello and welcome back to the Spotlight. Now, as we promised, we have a very special holiday guest on our show, but there's been some controversy. Now, we put out a call. We wanted Santa Claus on our show. Now, when they showed up, 3 of them showed. So now it's up to us to eliminate the fraud Santas. So at first, I'd like to welcome all of our Santas on the show. How you guys doing?
Great.
Excellent.
Great. Merry Christmas.
Oh, Merry Christmas, St. Nick.
All right. So clearly, we have some eliminating to do. Now, first we'll go with Santa Claus number 1. If you are the real Santa, where are you from?
Well, I'm from the North Pole. We're so busy around there this time of year.
All right. Okay. It's a good answer. It's a good answer. Santa Claus number 2.
Yes.
Who is your most popular reindeer of all?
Matches my coat. Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer. Who else?
Okay, good answer, good answer.
Lucky guess.
Exactly what I thought a Santa would say. And Santa Claus number 3. Christmas morning, 1988. What was my favorite gift I received?
Well, I believe you were on the naughty list that year, and I believe you asked for ice skating lessons, though, Nick, and I couldn't provide those for you because you were on the naughty list.
Okay. So Christmas, 1988, that would make me a 3-year-old naughty child in need of ice skating lessons. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. You know, the wheels turning in my head here. Okay, just another question.
Okay.
Now, Santa Claus is known for his jolly, good cheer, and of course his famous Santa Claus laugh. Santa number 1, can I hear your best Santa Claus ho ho ho?
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Very good, very good. Santa Claus number 2, your best laugh.
Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas.
Okay, and Santa Claus number 3?
Ho, 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 ho! Merry Christmas, everybody.
Interesting. Looks like we have a couple Santa Clauses here that just they just don't belong.
Sorry, guys.
It's got to be this guy.
All right. Well, Santa Claus number 3.
Yes?
I'm pretty sure you're just Sportsline's Adam Bolus. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and say you are eliminated from Santa contention.
What gave it away? The beard?
I'm pretty sure that's just the worst costume I've ever seen. Great effort, though.
All right, well, I know what all the kids out there want. They want to watch Sportsline. That's their only Christmas gift they want. I'm out of here. Joe, I don't know why he gets to stay.
Whoa,
Merry Christmas.
Is this breaking news?
Well, where's the Christmas spirit?
Dude, Santa Claus number 2.
Yes.
Your boy Adam just called you out.
Yeah.
Clearly, you are Joe Cochran.
He is joining you on a naughty list.
All right, nice list, naughty list, regardless. We got a show to do here. Sportsline is coming up.
Yeah.
You got to go.
I thought it was him.
Joe Cochran, you are eliminated.
Oh, man, let me tell you something, Santa. Make sure he gets nothing but coal in his stocking.
Oh, come on.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, bah humbug.
All right, now that we got those clowns out of here, hogging all the TV war and airtime, thanks a lot, guys. Now, by default, and by really, come on, was there really any question? We've got the real Santa Claus right here in front of us. Welcome to the Spotlight.
Thank you. Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. Now, clearly you are the best Santa Claus I've ever seen.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
And I know you do a lot of work for the city. In fact, just recently you've been coming to some of the city events, is that right?
Yes, I did the city tree lighting ceremony, and I do a coloring contest and a seniors dance, just anything and anywhere for the city. I love Warren and the residents.
Okay.
It's a fun place to be.
And I guess when you decided that Santa Claus is the route that you were going to go, how did you get into it?
Well, about 30 years ago, I was approached and asked if I ever played Santa Claus. For my children and grandchildren, I'd have, but never professionally. And I was talked into it the first year I did it, and I've been hooked ever since.
Okay. And do you kind of remember your first time as Santa, or maybe a more memorable experience while being Santa?
Well, I remember my first time as Santa Claus was at the Meadowbrook Mall, back in the 80s. It took some time getting used to. Get you a little nervous when you put this on and face all of them children, but you grow into it, and it's turned into such a fun time of year.
And I mean, obviously, you have to have, very special skills when, you have that suit on. You are dealing with, children. And now, do you ever get anything, maybe when you're not in the suit? Some people think you're Santa Claus in the off season.
Always. I have a beard and hair all year round, and children see me, adults see me all the time and ask, "Are you Santa Claus? Do you play Santa Claus?" Tell them I'm Santa Claus. I'm here.
And I know, besides being a Santa Claus, you also work for the city of Warren in another way. And you were kind of telling me, offset, you told me a story about how the kids kind of come up to you, and why don't you tell me that story again?
I drive a school bus for Warren Woods. And my elementary school kids, for the last 5 years, have around Halloween, right after Halloween it starts. I go from Mr. Joe to I think that's Santa Claus. And as it gets closer to Christmas, they start going, "He is Santa Claus. I know he is." And I always say, "Oh no, I don't know that old guy. Why you put me in with him?" But ends up being, I get notes. I get notes on my bus every day. I have little kids wanting to sit on my lap. They're asking for certain things. It's an amazing time of year. They're just great. I'm doing a Santa party at Westwood Elementary School this Friday evening, as a matter of fact.
Oh, that's very nice of you. And now, what does your family think about this? I know you said prior to being a professional Santa Claus, you had performed for, nephews, nieces, and some of your family. What do they think?
Well, it's always a fun time for them. I have a 9-year-old and a 13-year-old niece and nephew that has grown up with me. And I've always told them that I am not Santa Claus, that at a certain time of year, Santa brings me a suit and brings me some magic dust because I look so much like him that I help him out. He can be two places at one time then. So through the years, they have asked my wife, Mrs. Claus, if I really am Santa Claus. They believe that I really am. They have searched my house, my closets, everywhere, looking for a Santa suit. But they've never found it, because Santa brings it to me. Brings it to me in November.
So they're convinced that you really are. And no matter how many times you tell them no, they just have it in their head that their uncle is Santa Claus.
Santa Claus. They are convinced. They believe that today.
That is the best thing I've ever heard by far. That is very, very cool. And I know this being the holiday season, you probably have a couple more places where you can be seen coming up.
Oh yes, I will be. Saturday I'll be at Art Van on 14 Mile between 3 and 5. Sunday I'll be at Big Boys on 12 and Hoover from 3 to 5. And the 20th I will be at the American Pie from 6 to 8.
Well, that's very cool. Now, since you've been Santa Claus this year, what seems to be the hot toy item this year? What do the kids want now?
Well, they want electronics.
Okay.
PlayStation 2s, the notebooks.
Oh yeah.
They're hot this year. They're hot.
Now, what do you think the parents are saying when there's kids come on your lap and say, "Oh, I want the new Nintendo DS"? And I mean, how do you kind of play that? You play it off, "Oh, okay, no problem," and then do you kind of get a look from the parents like, "Gee, thanks."
I never tell a child that that's what they're going to get for Christmas. I always say I will talk to my elves about that.
Okay.
Because it gives an out to the parent. You know, so parents
good.
just can't afford huge toys, and you know, kids will ask for 100 things, and if you say yes, they expect these 100 things.
Right.
So I don't say yes, you're going to get that. I say, well, I'll talk to my elves. I'll see what I can do about that.
Well, that's a great idea. I think that's the best way to do it. Now, in our Buzz segment, we had recently had a theater group in our auditorium put on Miracle on 34th Street. Are you familiar with the movie?
Yes, I seen the production.
Now, have you ever had a department store or any of the stores that you have worked at? Have they ever told you, you know, hey, push this toy, we're overstocked, kind of like how they did in the play?
No. I've worked for malls. I every Saturday and Sunday morning, I'm the Santa at Macy's Lakeside. Breakfast with Santa in their restaurant.
Okay.
They don't ever ask me to push anything. They just want me to be a good Santa Claus, you know.
Well, that's very good. And in my eyes, you look like to be a pretty good Santa Claus, if not probably the best around. Again, the city of Warren wouldn't use you if we didn't think otherwise. I want to thank you for being on the spotlight. And if there's anything I can do to help out, stay on the nice list, you let me know.
Well, thank you very much.
All right, well, stick around. There's more Spotlight coming right up. Coming up next, Becca gives us the word. Coming up later, a special holiday performance by Frank McGlynn, accompanied by drummer Dave. Stick around, the Spotlight will be right back.